Roby does the run around. Roby trying to wrestle his way clear. The ball's gone forward. No, it hasn't. It's still on the last, says the referee. Wilkin. Zebtea now. Zebtea gets the pass back in field. Fage keeps it alive. Roby trying to get to the try line. And Roby is held up. That'll be the turnover right on Hull FC's line.
Defence and make sure they didn't concede a try. Great tick in the box there. But Hull FC, they've broken St Helens. They'll go down there again. Keep an eye on that.
Morgan's under pressure. But Saints coming alive. They really are energised here today. And new coach Justin Holbrook watching on will surely be pleased with the effort he's seen in the opening 13 minutes from his new team. They're dominating at the moment, certainly got the better territorially, and they're causing problems. Specifically this man, big Alex Wormsley, or 6'5" of him. He plays the ball, quick hands, Regan Grace, and Grace goes to ground. He could have gone into the hoardings there, but he went down very quickly. On the last now, Smith, though, that ball's right over his head, and Wormsley finds Theo Fage. They go across the field now. Wilkin puts a little kick in, and Steve Michaels sweeps up for Hull FC, who get their hands on the ball. It has been a pretty busy opening 14 and a half minutes here.
Stay there. Out!
So St Helens head and feed after that forward pass. Here is Zebtea now. Good position for Saints. Plenty of tackles to play with.
They like that middle channel, don't they? They keep setting up at the sticks. They've got options either side. Are they going left or right?
They go to their left. Roby finds Fage. Finds Zebtea. Tackled by Albert Kelly. Here's Matty Smith now. Kyle Amor once more. Great battle going on there with some very experienced front rowers out there. Taylor and Watts, Kyle Amor. Alex Wormsley is another one of them. And Wormsley is over. Has he got that down? Yes, says referee Hicks. And he's earned that.
I don't want to take away from the quality here. James Roby with an early pass. It's important that close to the line that Wormsley gets an early pass. And they've used that front door option several times in good field position, and Roby, he might look away, he might try to glance behind Wormsley, but I would say that the defenders in front of Alex Wormsley knew he was going to get it, but were just powerless to do anything about the big man.
St Helens the first points of this game, and really puts it to Hull FC, and we've got to see what this side that are running so high in the table, who can go top, see what they've got in reply.
Saints leading 6 points to 0. They don't have a great Magic track record. They've won only one of their last 6 Magic appearances at St Helens, and that was against Warrington on this ground a couple of years ago. Warrington coming up later on, and Saints with their tails up now.
Beautiful stuff. Nice shot into play. The big man supporting this time.
They're dominating this game, Wormsley and Amor early on here. Quick play, the ball allows Roby to go on a run. He's everywhere. There's the try scorer playing the ball. And not surprisingly, Alex Wormsley's got his hands on his knees as the kick comes in, and a try comes in. Ryan Morgan gets a second try for St Helens. Matty Smith with the kick, and all smiles from the Saints.
Matty Smith has the quality in his kicking game to find it. It's a wonderful leap from Ryan Morgan, and a quality finish, arms outstretched. Lovely catch, makes no mistake about grounding the ball.
Well, let's see, we've got to be careful here. They're pumping St Helens, a St Helens side that it was at the lowest ebb after the Challenge Cup quarter-final, sixth-round defeat. They're pumping them full of confidence. They've got to be careful. They've got to try and take the sting out of this St Helens side, because they'll grow.
All the way, Mark. Make me hold. Go.
Luke Thompson is on, and Saints are coming forward again. Wilkin is tackled about 11 metres out.
Come on, Liam, hold. Go.
3 tackles gone. Smith, Fage. Percival puts the brakes on, and Carlos Mavave eventually stops his progress.
Good tackle, good recognition from the centre.
Thompson again. Last tackle. Roby will go for it, will he? Still going. They're going to hold him up. He's trying to wriggle his way over as James Roby. He's held up, says referee Robert Higgs. Turning half chances into tries.
Absolutely, I'll give you that. I just love the way he returns the ball.
I think Johnny Lomax's strength is in his communication at the back when he's trying to direct the defenders, but kick returns from...
Whoa,
here we go again.
And they're in again. It's Morgan Knowles. Morgan Knowles is claiming the try, his second of the season potentially, and Robert Higgs reckons it is a try, but how did it end up in the hands of young Morgan Knowles?
There's the contact, doesn't look much, but the man's in the air, shouldn't be touched. He's not challenging for the ball.
It's more of a stroke than a push, to be fair, isn't it?
Well, it is, but it's still contact.
You've ruled this one off, Stu.
I would have ruled it off. The contact in the air.
James Charles, the video ref, and he's happy with that.
Stay there, Danny.
So it hasn't been a happy first 40 minutes for Hull FC, who were the favourites going into this game. 1 point from Matty Smith, and he's just tagged that on at the end of this first half to give Saints even more breathing room.
You can't question that decision. He has all the time in the world to set it up.
With a healthy lead, and they weren't very healthy going into this game. They looked very, very sickly after their Challenge Cup exit, but the new doctor has given them a dose of his medicine, and Saints have responded here at St James's Park.
It was a loose pass from John Wilkin. During the first half, they looked like they were setting up the middle, in between the sticks. They look like they're going on scrum lines now, trying to get an odd number. And Steve Michaels thinks he's secured the ball for his team. Loses the pass, and they're defending for their lives again.
Roby is down on his haunches in back play. He's got a problem. Hull have got a problem now because Saints are coming at them strongly again. Wormsley is on the field again, looking for number 2. I think he's got it. It's a double for Alex Wormsley.
Poor old Steve Michaels. He thinks he's secured possession for his side. Look at Adam Swift, Theo Fage, trying to make it difficult for the winger. He loses possession of the ball, and Alex Wormsley picks up where he left off when he left the field after 20 minutes. 3 defenders around him, Brad Fash round the pins. And it's not just about a battle of strength, it's not just about pushing him back. He wriggles, he wrestles, pulls that ball away from his body and slams it down.
Tommy Lee, once of Hull FC, made 78 appearances for them. Here is John Wilkin, once of Hull Kingston Rovers. Here is Alex Wormsley, once of the Batley Bulldogs, where he got his last try double. He's got 2 already. And Saints looking for more points, and Percival skipping infields. Hull managing to halt his progress. Regan Grace. Here is Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook, and Louis is over, and Saints get another try. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook powering onto that ball, ever present so far this season.
Well, there's nothing to that. That ball was given inside to LMS. I think what they're doing is saying, I'm going to give it inside to you. You set field position. We'll look for a long shift. He stood still when he receives that ball, Matty Smith. He's backing off organising play.
And Hull labouring their way forward. Sneed kicks across field, but nobody there, whereas once you'd have expected bodies to be coming onto it. It's Saints who are more alert, and it's Saints who are certainly alert. And here is Makinson. We spoke about his try-scoring prowess. This is it, is it? He's there! So nearly denied, but Makinson gets his second try of this Super League season. There is no stopping Saints today. And Saints turning defence into attack there. The fullback with a try to add to their tally.
Well, if you watch 100 games, you will not see a better try than that from Tommy Makinson. Determination and skill and speed. You look at the end of this set, it's a kick and hope, really. From the minute he catches that ball, he's looking for space. I'm sure he's looking for somebody to pass to, but there's a couple of handoffs. At this point, he's thinking to himself, can I get there? Can I? Keeps his feet, keeps rolling and slams the ball down.
He had so much to do here. After he fought off Carlos Tuimavave, he was almost at a standstill. He's got to get himself back up and going again. Danny Houghton, have we seen him come up with important tackles? Thought he was going to reel him in, but no, just watch his interaction with Carlos Tuimavave as he moves out to the left-hand side. Bit of footwork and a fend on Tuimavave, leaves him on the ground. Well, that's hard to get going again from that. Get going he does. Outpaces any Hull FC cover defenders. Danny Houghton does get a hand on him, tries his very best, but Makinson is able to get up and get over. That is going to stay on Magic Weekend highlights for a long time to come.
The player who's normally prop, Kelly, Washbrook. Ball's fired out to Michaels, and Michaels is in touch, just lost his footing there.
It was asking a lot of the winger then. There were on-rushing, sliding defenders.
Turn the pressure down.
They've had a lot of pain recently, and I saw an interview from John Wilkin. You could see how emotional it's been affecting him and the rest of his teammates. The big players have stood up this afternoon.
Here's Roby, right up the middle. 20 metres out. On the last, Smith, little grubber kick in. Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook's chasing it, and it's batted over the dead ball line. And Saints will get the ball back.
They can't breathe at the minute, Hull FC. They can't breathe, they're being suffocated.
Just, I think, one cloud on the horizon for Saints. News of John Wilkin from Angela.
Well, he's got some ice strapped to his right hamstring there, but I asked Jamal Alizi, is he going to go back on? Is he fit? And he said, yeah, he's fit, but he might not need him at the moment. They don't need him. And I have to tell you, down on this bench, there was a bigger cheer for that saved try in the corner over there than was for anything else, any of the other tries that Saints have scored. It's defence they want now, and a big fat 0 next to Hull.
Move! Chris, be careful!
It's Carl Amor, who, with Wormsley, really set the ball rolling when they just built up a head of steam, those two. Wormsley in particular.
And we're allowed to. It's worth mentioning. Right, Bill, but they were allowed to. This Hull FC, on the outside, John Wells explained it, I think, brilliantly at half-time, how they were invited into the game by Hull.
4 good front rowers in this game this afternoon. Watson Taylor are good enough to play International Rugby League for England, in my opinion, but they've been outplayed by Amor and the impressive Wormsley, who still, I would imagine, thinks he might get an hat-trick out of this game.
Yeah, they were invited in, and they certainly didn't spurn the invite. Here's Farge, Roby, little run around between the two of them. Roby tries a little chip kick ahead, and audacious from the hooker, and Hull can't get out of trouble.
He's been good this afternoon, along with, again, I'm going to say, the big players, the important senior players.
You spoke about those players hurting, Barry. I think it'll be on their minds as well that their performances this year cost a club legend his job. Kieran Cunningham's had to go because of what St Helens dished up on the field, and I think for some of the players on that field that played with Kieran Cunningham, that will still be in their memories, and that will hurt them, and hopefully for St Helens fans inspire them to better things this year.
Kyle Amor picks up that bobbling pass. And here comes Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, scenting a second perhaps, but this time the door slams in his face. Roby, Matty Smith, Theo Farge now, Farge on wide, and it is a try in the corner for Regan Grace, or is it? Referee Robert Hicks is not convinced.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of not being in position to see the ball going down rather than any real problem with it. And there we can see grounding's fine. This will be confirmed pretty quickly, I would imagine.
Regan Grace, 20 years of age, gets his 4th try of a great season for him. typifying this Saints performance today.
Willingness to work, even when they're defending. On that occasion, it was Morgan Knowles who made the contact, made the hit, and then he's first to pick the ball up as well.
Danny Washbrook was screaming at players to get into position. I thought at one minute he was going to be overruled, and he seemed to adjust his catching position. And then when he eventually got the ball, he wasn't able to find the pass that he had been planning. Disjointed attack again.
Oh, Regan Grace is in for a second! And he's in the corner.
And then with that possession, I'm going to really enjoy watching this kid develop. His footwork, in and out, backs his pace, backs his speed, scores in the corner. And it takes some confidence to be able to assess this situation, do the right thing at the right time. He's got the ball in the wrong hand.
Wigan to come after the conclusion of this. They take on the Warrington Wolves. The hooter sounds, and slightly jet-lagged new St Helens coach shakes hands with his new coaching assistants.